Well, so I attended the Illinois Solo and Small Firm Conference in the past. My expectation with Wisconsin's version of it, besides the fact that the attorneys would be more pleasant and easier to get along with, was that I was going to get practical advice. Sometimes what you get at CLEs put on by big firm people, high-level stuff that it's important to know if you're getting into those high-level things, but probably isn't going to affect your day-to-day. Just today, I've written down a couple tips that are going to affect my day-to-day practice. My bar for whether a conference is worthwhile is if I can get that, and that was the first session at this. So that was my expectation, and it's been met. A lot of my reason for wanting to be here is a new attorney to Wisconsin who doesn't know anyone. So networking with someone who, one of my clients magically has an IP issue. Well, I met an IP attorney today. One of my clients wants to get a divorce. I'm not doing that ever again. Meet a divorce attorney. But also I want to be able to go back and share with the firm, hey, you guys may have already known this about discovery, but I missed it. Here's this tip, or 50 tips on ethics and burnout stuff. Go back and implement that in my life, so hopefully I'm a more pleasant person to be around in the office and I don't burn out again and I get my work done efficiently. So having the ability to go back and share these tips with my coworkers, but also just be a better coworker. I mean, things like this are great, but especially when you're at a transition period where everything is different and in some respects you're reinventing the wheel on how you're doing things, learning how others do things can help make things faster for you. You know, if going from a large firm where we had very particular ways of doing things to a small firm that may not have a system at all for doing things, just it gets done, you do it. Learning how another firm does that can help you not spend hours figuring out how you're going to tackle that problem. And then for the substantive areas of the law, if you're new to a practice area or you're new to a state, coming here and learning that instead of spending hours poring over the books, poring over those things and missing them because you don't know what's important, what comes up a lot. The discovery topic alone was very helpful for me in that sense. The best piece of advice I've received so far was in the last session, the 50 tips for people. And the idea that you have to take some time for yourself in order to be an effective advocate is something I think we forget a lot. And you're doing yourself a favor and you're doing your clients a favor so that at 9 a.m. the next day, you can actually help them.